Working the steps is about progress, not perfection. We're human. It'll never be about perfection, but we can measure our progress. And working the steps isn't a one-time deal. It's consistent, or continual is the word I'm looking for, and it's cyclical, and it's whenever we have a resentment, because resentments will take us out, and we can't afford the luxury of a secret. And steps 4 and steps 5 is going to take care of our resentments and get rid of our secrets. So step 4 reads, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Well, that sounds easy enough, and the book even shows us how to do it and gives us examples. I'm resentful at the cause, and what does it affect? So I'll give you the example. I'm resentful at Mrs. Jones, the cause. She's a nut. She snubbed me. Affects my personal relationship, self-esteem, and in parentheses is fear. So now we move on to step 5. That was easy, wasn't it? But step 5 is admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Wait a minute, of our wrongs? I just told you what Mrs. Jones did to me. How come all of a sudden it's about our wrongs? Well, it was my inventory. So there was a piece of step 4 somewhere along the line that I didn't do, right? Which is, we basically have to figure out what our part in that was. What usually we're selfish and self-centered, and that we think is the root of our troubles, driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity. We step on the toes of our fellows, and they out of resentment. Were we acting out of dishonesty? Were we acting out of selfishness? Were we acting out of fear? However we acted, there was a part we played. And when we recognize we have a part in that as well, we don't have the right to hold on to that resentment for Mrs. Jones. Ism, I, self, me, which is basically the ego. So step 4 and step 5 is basically getting rid of our resentments and no longer keeping secrets, because we're as sick as our secrets.